Hi, welcome to another episode of Buddy Check. I know I have missed a couple of months and I do apologize for that, but I'd like to welcome you back to Buddy Check. It's been a little hectic, but we are going to go ahead and first of all, I want to ask, how you doing? How are you doing? Are you okay? If you're not, are you reaching out and getting the proper help that you need? If if you are okay, have you checked on your buddies? This is Buddy Check, and we are trying to keep you informed as a veteran, and we are also trying to make sure that we are all looking out for each other. Make sure you have each other's six. Now, this is something I'm not associated with any of these organizations that I'm talking about here. I just want to first reiterate, you matter. And although we have never met, you are important to me and to everybody that you have served for. Always remember that. Now, I want to jump right into this. And the first thing I'm going to touch on is a letter that has been dispatched as of March. I believe this was back in December 2025. On harassment that the Secretary of Veterans Affairs has put out for veterans. I'm not sure if I covered this in my last episode, but this is a letter that you could find on va.gov. So let's see. But what I really want to touch upon here today is something that's very important. Now, this one is the one I was thinking about, and I do apologize for that. That came out on March of this month, March 19th. So just a few days ago. It has been known that the lawmakers, and when I speak of lawmakers, I'm talking about Congress and the Senate, are putting out a few bills that are going to expand. From what was provided here, they want to expand and put out more than 24 bills that will expand some current VA programs. Okay, what does this expansion means? One thing that they are looking at, and the act that they're trying to put on, is the VISN Reform Act. Now, it's going to change a lot of things for veterans. It's going to expand the regional health network, which is very, very important to us, which means it'll give more access to medical, it'll give us more access to medical care where you don't necessarily have to go to the VA hospital, but you'll be working within a network. This is ideal for those of us who are outside of transportation to get to the VA and everything else. So we'll see how that goes. We're going to keep an eye on this and keep you updated on this. There's also the VA National Formulary Act, which deals with prescription medicine, which is one of the barricades that veterans have when it comes to getting medical care, because it's not just going to the doctor, getting to the doctor, scheduling the doctor, is also if you have prescriptions. This is supposed to help us as well. There's, like I said, there's more than 24 going on here. The American Legion has let us know that this is in the works for the veterans. This is big for veterans. If you want to know more details, you could either go to and check what Congress puts out legally. The best thing I could also suggest, and I am not funded, nor am I sponsored by them, you could check out the American Legion themselves. They do have a website, and they do keep military personnel up to date. So this is an option that we have here for this. Now, while I'm talking about American Legion, I do have to say American Legion do have their form of buddy check. So buddy check is something that people do. And American Legion, now this was released, I'm going to give you a date. I'm not sure. This was released within March 19th as well. This is the newsletter. I happen to get their newsletter that they put out. And for the 250th anniversary, how they have decided to celebrate, one of the ways, because they do a lot for veterans in Utah. That particular branch went and they've, in a 2-day period, checked on a total of 1,760 veterans. I'm not sure how this expands and how far they go with this, but they are doing things to check on veterans. We have to look after our own. And where else but to go to either American Legion or one of the other organizations that check on veterans and deals with veterans. They do a lot of outreach, and this is something I wanted to highlight because everybody does a buddy check. You don't have to announce it, but it's good to know that we have people out there doing for us and we are not forgotten. So just remember, you are not forgotten. Now I have another announcement from the VA. This is another big one. The VA announces $112 million grant, opportunity to strengthen community based on suicide prevention efforts. The VA is really going strong this year on preventing suicide among veterans. We have to look out for each other. So I'm going to see where this is going. It's called the Staff Sergeant Parker Gordon Fox Suicide Prevention Grant Program. This grant is open until June 12th, 2026. This is to assist in suicide prevention. So if you're part of an organization, and I'm going to put this particular link in the chat, and you want to help with suicide prevention, go ahead and feel free. If that is where you're heading for, if you know an organization that you want to share this link with, that's another one that you could use. It's beautiful to see this effort. Now, I don't have any particular topic I'm going to really look to actually talk about today, but I'd like to leave you guys to show that we're not alone. You have a lot of patriots out here, no matter where you stand on what's going on in the world. There are others that are ready to put on a uniform, and there's a trend that's going on through TikTok that is showing their patriotism. So give me a moment to make this a little bit larger. I have to make sure the music is not going to play. And I just have a few of these videos that I'd like you guys to see. I can't play the music. I do apologize. It's soldiers, veterans, ready to put on the uniform once again. I have 3 of these to share. I'm sorry about the delay. It reminds us of our oath. It brings a little bit of nostalgia. For me, it brings a smile to my face. That no matter how old we get, where we are still relevant. We have served our country and we served it in pride, and we're always ready. And no matter what stage, we are always relevant. Maybe this one will not play. There we go. I do apologize. It looks like this is not going to play. So, just so you are aware, and you always remember, okay, I'm sorry. It appears that me and X are not having a good time right now when it comes to playing stuff from X. So they seem to be a little bit of a delay, and I do apologize. I just want us to remember that, I just want you to remember that you are important and your sacrifice is not forgotten. Now, this is a very short one. Like I said, I didn't have a particular topic, but I haven't done buddy check in, I think, in 2 months, and I feel really bad about that. But this is a segment, unfortunately, I have to add, uh, because of the conflict, and we have lost some active duty members. So right now, we are going to have final roll call in respect of those that have passed away in this conflict. If I mispronounce the name, please forgive me. We have Robert Mazon, Nicole Amar. I'm sorry, I forgot their rank. Chief Warrant Officer Robert Mazon, Sergeant First Class Nicole Amor, Sergeant First Class Noah Tetjens, Sergeant Declan Cody, Major Jeffrey O'Brien, Captain Cody Cork, Sergeant Benjamin Pennington, Major John Alex Kilner, please forgive me, Captain Arena Savano, Technical Sergeant Ashley Pruitt, Captain Seth Koval, Captain Curtis Anks, and Technical Sergeant Tyler Simmons. May you all rest in peace. And on that note, please keep them and their families in your prayer. And always remember, you matter. Until next time.